Just an interesting update regarding Emma Ratajkowski. She came out in defense of the woman, if you're following the story, of Adam Levine having cheated on his Victoria's Secret model wife, Bahati Prinsloo. A lot of people, including myself, talked about that woman who he was texting because she wanted to absolve herself from his Instagram DMs and said she felt manipulated. And yes, she had engaged in this 1-year dalliance with Adam Levine, but she was just a young girl. And we all rightfully said that excuse no longer cuts it. You knew he was a married man. That doesn't excuse him. Well, it doesn't excuse him, of course. He partook in this, and he is the one that took the vows to Bahati Prinsloo. But we need to stop excusing the women. Of course, Emily Ratajkowski, whose husband has recently cheated on her, and she does not at all think she has played a role in this. She does not see her acts on Instagram to be an act of infidelity, had something to say about that take. And of course, she is going to defend the woman involved in this affair in this. Take a listen.
I think a huge problem in our culture right now is that we just say, oh, men are monsters, they're terrible, they're horrible. We don't hold them accountable, and then we blame other women. We ask women to adjust their behavior instead of just saying men need to change their behavior. It's sexism. It's classic misogyny. Period.
It's actually none of those things, Emily, but I don't expect you to know what any of those words mean. Actually, it's not classic misogyny to expect that women act respectable towards other women that are in married relationships. It's not classic sexism to say that it takes two to tango. That's actually equality, if you want to get down to it. To look at the party that is involved, both parties, the man and the woman, and say both of you hold responsibility here, that's equality. I know that women are getting so used to special benefits in the post-Me Too and Time's Up world that equality feels like discrimination, but it isn't. We're not discriminating against this woman. She knew what she was doing. She knew who Adam Levine was, right? She knew exactly what she was doing when she answered his direct messages. She knew he was a married man, just like he knew he was a married man. They are both wrong. And the sweet irony of her, we need to just blame the men. It's no. If you actually had an equitable brain, Emma Ratajkowski, you would see how your own behavior in your marriage was an act of infidelity. As I said in a previous episode, I feel like I have slept with Emma Ratajkowski. Every time I open an article about her boobs are in my face. Every time you open an Instagram and they suggest posts to you, her boobs are in your face. And you don't even know why, by the way. The most bizarre headline of this week was actually, I think it was in the Daily Mail, they were reporting, and it said, Emily Ratajkowski promotes bikini topless. What? I don't even understand that. What do you mean she's selling a bikini topless? How are you, don't you physically have to wear the garment? Somehow she's just like, I'm taking, my boobs are out again, so buy the bikini, that's not on me. I mean, this is weird. And as I said, represents a tremendous act of infidelity to her marriage. And so she got what she gave, and she was given exactly what her behavior is, someone who is not in a committed relationship. Another person who I loved to consider when talking about this topic of these strange avatars that we have created is Madonna, who has become so strange. It's almost like we are watching somebody facing a real mental crisis, which is what Instagram really has become. Various women acting out their mental crises. Here are some photos of her. She's wearing fishnet tights. She posted this to her personal Instagram. She has her boob out. She is in leather, and she is biting what looks to be a leather, the end of her metal bed. And she's wearing, just to be extra controversial, she's wearing a cross around her neck. And yeah, fishnets and heels, half naked, actually more than half naked. And this is meant to be seductive. And she has her buttocks out through the fishnets, and she's bending over on top of a pillow. And I look at this and I say, would you do this? She's under the bed in this one photo. She's under the bed with her butt in the air in fishnets. She's 63 years old, I believe. I look at these photos and I ask myself, would you do this in real life, Madonna? I mean, just imagine if you're a person and you're going to buy a mattress, right? You're just going through a store, you're like, I need a better mattress. And you see a 63-year-old woman, right? And she's in fishnets and she's on top of the bed and she's moving her hips and she's gyrating into sexy poses, getting on top of this mattress. Then she gets under it and she's she's almost naked, right? And she puts her butt into the air and you can see her thong through it. And then you see that she's wearing a leather corset with her boobs pushed out. You would say, this is completely crazy. Somebody please call a police officer to assist this woman. She's obviously having a breakdown. You would expect and not be surprised if she got taken away in an ambulance and put on a Psych 5150 hold, because clearly she's having some sort of a breakdown, right? Yeah, in the real world, but not in the strange avatar world that we've created where 63-year-old women doing this is normal, is okay, is in some cases, according to the comments, brave, slay, bae. Oh, we love you. It's provocative. Yeah, it is provocative. It's provoking me to think that you have a mental disorder and it needs to be addressed. All right, guys, the next portion of the show is going to be available exclusively on Daily Wire Plus. I'm going to be talking about Johnny Depp's new relationship and Stacey Abrams' recent commentary on abortion. So if you're not a member yet, go ahead and click the link in the description and subscribe right now.